Hey, everybody. Well, that was a weird introduction. I've never done anything like that before. Hey, I wanted to hop on here and just give you three practical things that have helped in my special needs mom life. Things that I wish I would have been doing a lot sooner. And so if I can save you any pain or time, I would love to do that. So, and these are going to seem unrelated, so bear with me. But I think the number one, I don't know if these are in order. They all feel very important to me. So these are about simplifying life so that because special needs stuff kind of takes over your life. And so these are three things that have helped me simplify my daily life so that I still feel like I'm scrambling, but maybe I don't feel like I'm scrambling as much. Oh, by the way, if you're new here, my name's Heather Sweetman. I'm a mama of 4. We live in the city of Chicago. My youngest has quadriplegic spastic cerebral palsy, and I'm here on YouTube to make the videos that I was searching for when we were first starting out our special needs journey. And my videos are unedited, and I make them usually while I'm driving in the car after I've dropped my kiddo. I totally just had an alarm go off. So yeah, unedited. I make videos while I'm driving around, doing errands while my kiddo is at therapy, and so here we are. All right, so number one, I would say, is start decluttering. Okay, don't turn the video off. Hear me out. I don't mean to spend like hours and hours and hours a day at decluttering. And why? Why is this important? Because we have so much stuff, and the more stuff we have, the more we have to do because we have to manage that stuff. And we have been given kiddos who require more of our time, more of our energy, and our stuff, studies have shown, it drains us of energy. It is a energy drainer. And our brains cannot turn off. Like, one of the things that's really hard as a special needs parent is just to find time to rest and to rest, whatever that looks like for you. But if our homes are full of stuff, our brains have a harder time resting. So how have I done this? Because it does feel, you're already, like, you might have just turned this video off, you might have just dismissed this, but stick with me. Our brains already have so much going on. How can we do this in a reasonable way? Okay, so there are a few channels I want to point you to. One is called The Minimal Mom, and the other one is called, what is her channel called? Cast the Clutterbug or Clutterbug? Both super down-to-earth women, both naturally messy, like most of us are. Most of us are not organized. Most of us are disorganized hoarders or like nominal hoarders. And they have fantastic videos and a place that is like so full of grace. But their biggest thing, this is what I've done, is their philosophy is to go to pick a room and to just take 5 minutes a day. And in 5 minutes, you just declutter as much as you can in 5 minutes. And decluttering might mean picking up trash. It might mean, going through your belts and thinking, okay, what belts have I not worn in the last 6 months or the last year? And just slowly but surely, 5 minutes at a time. The Minimal Mom, Dawn, her name is, that was Yoda for you. She says that one of her mottos is kind of like 5 minutes matters. And you can get so much done in 5 minutes. And what happens is, at least what happens for me a lot, and I do this with 2 other friends, is 5 minutes turns into 10 minutes, turns into 20 minutes. And it actually, so when we declutter, it actually releases dopamine. So it's a really, not only does it help get our spaces cleared, but it also is a dopamine hit, which you need all the dopamine you can get when you have a special needs kiddo, or any type of long-term illness, chronic pain, whatever it is. So I know that is a big ask, but I think even if you can just do 1 minute or 2 minutes, you would actually be really surprised how much you can get done over time. And then the other thing I would say about that is just know it is a process. It is a journey. It's a process. It's not going to get done in a weekend, and it is a muscle that you build. So I fortunately found this before I became a special needs mom and had already built these muscles, but I think since becoming a special needs mom and kind of being thrown into like the chaos of it for the first several years, I think around by the time Finley was like 4 or 5, I was like, okay, I need to get rid of so many things, just because my brain could not take it. And then if you need a really simple starting point, studies have shown that our brains view things on the floor as danger. So just start on the floor. Like, what's on your floor? What can you get off of your floor? Obviously, furniture sits on the floor, but, are your shoes piled up at the entryway like mine? Get a basket and throw them all in, and literally your brain will feel so much safer. It's kind of crazy how that happens. Number 2 is kind of related. It is give yourself a uniform. So one of the things I just found so exhausting, and I'm a person who likes clothes. I really like clothes. I feel like clothes are an expression of my personality. But for a season, I had to pick out a uniform. So I wore a lot of black and a lot of jeans. I still love black. That's like my main color probably. But picking out that could, and a uniform can be a lot, but just simplifying your wardrobe. We typically only wear 20% of what is in our wardrobe. And you could start your 5 minutes a day with your wardrobe. I would start, if you want to go down this road, actually the ladies say that I reference, they say start in your bathroom, because our bathrooms have the least amount of personal items that we feel sentimentally attached to, because that can be really hard and painful. And they say do things like photographs last, because that is so hard. But yeah, simplifying my wardrobe was incredibly helpful. I didn't have to use brain power. I just could, everything matched everything. I had a few pieces, like a couple dresses or whatever that, I had saved for special occasions, and I didn't get rid of like my Christmas sweater or whatever. But I got rid of a lot, and I knew it needed to be comfortable. So right now I've kind of started this experiment of just trying to wear a dress most days. I had seen a few ladies doing this on YouTube, and that sounds super impractical, especially as a special needs mom where you're lifting and transferring and carrying and doing all the things. But it just spiked my interest, because I was like, putting on a dress takes 0 effort. It's like the simplest way to get dressed, even though it feels like a lot. So I think I'm on day 4 of that. I don't know how long that will last, but so far I'm enjoying it. And then the third thing that I would suggest is to get your family involved. And I know all of these feel so hard. But one of the biggest things that helped me was to set up systems to get the family involved. And I will link. So I am not a system maker. I am not an organized person. I am naturally messy. I naturally kind of like to hoard things, and so I've had to rid myself of a lot of those natural tendencies. So I just want you to know, if you were like, Heather, you're probably some natural, disciplined, systematic, organizing guru. I'm like, no, I'm not at all. I was the kid who literally wanted to keep everything. And so now I will say, well, that's down a rabbit hole. Okay, so what were we talking about? Systems. I'm going to link to a YouTube lady that I love named Jordan Page. She's not super active on YouTube anymore, as far as I know, but she is a system master. And so basically, I would think of certain things, and my husband's really good at systems, so either he would help me create a system or Jordan would help me create a system because she's already done it. So I will link her below, the videos that I have about how she gets her kids involved. And guys, she has 8 children, so she knows how to get your kids to be involved at really any age. So because especially if you're the stay-at-home parent, who's taking care of your kid, there is just so much to do. Or if you're a work-at-home parent who's the full-time caregiver for your kid, no matter how you slice it, there's always so much to do for a parent. So anyway, if you have things that have helped you in a practical way, please throw that in the comments. The other thing I didn't talk about is batching food. So prepping all of Finley's food for like the next couple of days or a week. I'm not awesome at that, but the weeks that I do that, it just makes such a difference. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Bless you, and I'll see you next time. Oh, if you haven't, like and subscribe this video and subscribe to the channel. It tells YouTube that this is valuable information that people need to see and hear. So anyway, bye guys.